welcome to the Disney News Show. Here's your host, CruellasFurCoat.
Yes, this is the Disney News Show. I'm Joe Worthington, aka CruellasFurCoat, and this is episode 89 for Sunday, 28th of July 2013. Now, welcome to the show. I hope you're having a really good week. Now, this week I've got a load of great stuff coming up on the show. I've got news from Walt Disney World, from Disneyland, and as well from Disneyland Paris, which is actually going to be incorporated into this week's question of the week, which will be coming up very shortly. Some pretty big news from DLP this week. But first of all, I'd just like to mention that I did manage to get round to go to see Monash University this week, which I know has been out for ages in the US. So it's been out for 2 weeks now in the UK, but because I was away when it was released, I didn't get to manage to see it then. And then I didn't get around to seeing it last week. So this week, I actually went to see it twice. Really enjoyed it. I thought it was a fantastic movie and a really good, worthy prequel. Like I was at first, I was a bit like, is there much point making this movie? But now having seen it, I'm really pleased that they went ahead and did that movie. I'm not going to go into too much detail because I know most people have seen it now. But thumbs up from me. I thought it was really good. I went to see it twice, so that kind of hopefully it shows that what my views are. The one thing that was slightly disappointing was the Blue Umbrella short just before it. I had really high hopes for this and somehow didn't really enjoy it as much as I was hoping to. Sure, it was a great film and I thought the effects were incredible. The story I thought was slightly dull, and I don't know if that was just me or if that is kind of something that you guys might have picked up on too, but I don't know, maybe I got to see it again because the first time I went to see Monash University we missed actually the short film, just got there right at the start of the movie. But the second time I went, so maybe I need to see it a few more times to completely get it, but I don't know. Let me know your thoughts on the Blue Umbrella, because I'd love to know what you thought about that. But I don't know, no, it was nice, but I think because I was comparing it so much to Paperman, that kind of love story, kind of trying to find each other, you know, that kind of thing, which is very similar to Paperman, that I enjoyed Paperman so much more than the Blue Umbrella. So so that's my thoughts on that. So yeah, Monash University, loved that. So that's the most important thing. Next up, I'd just like to mention that the first official poster for Save Mr. Banks was released this week. Oh my god, it is incredible. I mean, every time I just see any little glimpses from this movie, I get so excited. Now, this poster, if you've not seen it, go and check it out. It's just really simple. It's just got Walt and Pierre Travers, or Tom Hanks and Emma Thompson, just walking, a blank background, and their shadows. Well, actually, I'm not going to give it away now, but how they've done that is absolutely incredible. Go and check it out if you haven't seen it. But how they've done their shadows is the most wonderful thing ever, and I think that it's just making me so much more excited. So I'm sure I'm going to have loads more Save Mr. Banks news coming up before its release in December, but you know, that has just got me way excited. So go and have a look and just type it into Google, it'll definitely be there if you haven't seen it yet. Okay, next up I've just got one thing to show you this week. Now it is a Blu-ray. It is a Blu-ray 3D, and it is Beauty and the Beast. Now, my favourite Disney movie, yes I do. Love this movie, and I've never actually owned it on Blu-ray 3D. I've owned it on Blu-ray for a while, for over 2 years now, and never had got round to picking up the Blu-ray. And if you can actually see, you probably can't, but can you see that? This is actually the Italian edition. Now, I decided to go for the Italian edition because the British edition, or the UK edition, was so expensive and so hard to find that I thought I've been searching for it forever and never got around to finding it, so I thought I'd just go for it. And this comes with a nice slipcover as well. The UK edition didn't, got the really nice slipcover there, which is fantastic. But, so actually let me just show you the discs. It's 2 disc sets, the 3D disc and the 2D disc. There's no bonus feature disc on this, but I do have the bonus features for my other set. So that's great, and so that is that. You will be able to see this in more detail, this set, in my Disney Blu-ray collection overview video, which is coming up later today. I will be doing that video today, and that'll be coming out to you at some point. Now, that video will show you every single Disney Blu-ray that I own, and that, as I say, will be up later today. There'll be a link down in the description box to this video once it's uploaded. So really looking forward to doing that video and showing you guys, so definitely check that out if you're interested in my Disney Blu-rays. You can take a little bit more of a close look at that edition as well. So that is that. Okay, so moving on to Disney question of the week. Now, back to last week. Last week's question was all about Johnny Depp's production company moving to Disney. Now, this was a really interesting thing to get talking about, and I really enjoyed hearing your views on this. Now, quite a lot of you feel the same way as me about Johnny Depp, and that is that his character is often very similar in many of his movies. But most of you are really excited to see what he has upcoming planned with, well, movies planned with Disney for the future, which is great. It's great to see that you're really behind this and that you want to see more of Disney. However, I would like to just give one quick mention to one viewer, Trisha Doe, who has disagreed with me, saying I don't agree that Johnny Depp's characters are all the same. I think they are all different, and that's what makes him such a good actor. I think he is way too overexposed right now, though. I feel he needs to take a bit of a break, and that Disney needs to stop casting him in everything. Now, first of all, I'd just like to say thank you very much for your comments, and thank you very much for watching the show, Trisha, every week. That really means a lot to see that your comments every single week, to know that you watch the show. Really, thank you so much. And I think I obviously must be missing something here. I don't know, maybe it's just that I don't kind of look into his characters in as much detail as maybe you do, but I think that maybe I'm going to go and rewatch them and see. I mean, I know they're not all exactly the same, but I just kind of, for me personally, I do find that they're very similar. And however, I do agree that he is way too overexposed, and maybe this move to Disney isn't such a good thing in that respect. But let's wait and see where it goes. So thank you very much to Trisha for that comment. And for disagreeing with me. It's always okay to disagree with me, whatever you think. Please let me know, because my views are not always right. So thank you very much for that. Okay, so now on to this week's question. And as I mentioned before, this is about Disneyland Paris. Now, some pretty big news came out of DLP yesterday, and that is that it was announced that the Walt Disney Company is set to stop all future investments into Disneyland Paris after the completion of the Ratatouille attraction next year. Now, this puts the future developments of the resort to a halt, as the Walt Disney Company has been almost solely financing Disneyland Paris since last September, when it took over the resort's debt from the banks. Now, this may not come as a surprise to some, as it's been kind of evident for quite some time that there's been quite a bit of cutbacks at Disneyland Paris. Now, for the first time ever in Disneyland Paris history, we have a summer without a nighttime parade or any live shows in the parks at all. Now, that such as the Tarzan encounter, which is at the La Capelle Theatre, or anything at the Theatre du Château. There's no live shows such as them at Disneyland Paris. Now, my question to you is, what kind of an impact do these cutbacks have on you, a Disneyland Paris guest? Now, especially if you visited the resort recently, are these changes really noticeable, and do they have much of an effect on a visit? Now, I'm looking at you, Mr. Orsey, because I know you have visited really recently. I'd love to know what you think. And the thing is, because if these hold-on investments by the Walt Disney Company last a while, maybe a couple of years, then we may see even more cutbacks at the parks. And is that a really bad thing, or is that just something that we have to kind of go with? I'd love to know what you guys think. Are these kind of these cutbacks going to make a really big, big impact on your visits? I don't know if you've not visited Disneyland Paris, then if you visited another Disney park, then do you think that would be a big problem? No, because I think that if anything's going to go, it's going to be the live entertainment, as we've seen. Now, they're not going to cut back on attractions, as in they're not going to stop attractions from running just because of this, but I think it's going to be the live entertainment which is going to keep being stripped back. But let me know what you think, and also what do you think about the news that the Walt Disney Company is pulling out of investments into Disneyland Paris. I'd love to know what you think about that too. So I will read out some of your views on next week's show. Okay, so moving on now, we do have some parks news, but this is actually the first thing I'm going to mention is actually some quite big news. It's parks news, but let's just go straight for it. This is, with the D23 Expo only 2 weeks away, Disney has confirmed that there will be an announcement at the convention as to the upcoming plans for Star Wars attractions at the parks. Now, this is some pretty big news that Disney has announced that they will be talking about Star Wars at the parks. Now, I did mention a few weeks ago that there were lots of rumours going around that there'll be a new Star Wars land at Disney Hollywood Studios by 2018, and is this what's going to be announced? We don't know yet, but I will be covering the D23 Expo. I won't be there, but I will be covering it on the show, and I'll bring you all the latest news, but wish I was going, but I'm not. So it does look like these rumours might be true, that we may be getting an announcement about that, if not just about some more attractions. They have also said that we'll be announcing new plans for Avatar Land as well. I don't know, I'm just not going to talk about Avatar Land. I mean, I can't be bothered. But yes, Avatar Land, they will be announcing some stuff about that. But Star Wars Land, great news there, and I'm looking forward to seeing what they do announce about that at the Expo. Okay, so moving on to the rest of the parks news. This week's limited time magic is called Monstrous Ice Cream Sundays at Disney Parks. Now, these are special limited time ice cream sundaes based on Monsters University, and they're available at Disneyland, at Gibson Girl Ice Cream Parlour, and at Clarabelle's Hand Scooped Ice Cream at Disney California Adventure. Magic Kingdom, available at the Plaza Restaurant. Now, this is from tomorrow, 29th of July, until next Sunday, 4th of August, and so, yeah, another kind of limited time magic. Not really though, just a bit of ice cream made to look like Mike Wazowski, but I don't know, I mean, we've had some good limited time magic. This is one of the I don't know, more pitiful attempts at limited time magic, but I don't know. There we go, so this week's limited time magic, Monstrous Ice Cream Sundays. Okay, next up, a new agreement has been announced this week between Disney Parks in the US and the network provider AT&T. Now, AT&T is like, I don't know, just like Vodafone or O2, that kind of thing. And this now makes AT&T the official wireless provider for both Walt Disney World and Disneyland Resorts. Now, this is likely going to benefit the new My Magic Plus quite a lot, which relies heavily on data throughout Walt Disney World. Now, hopefully, the data service provided by AT&T will perform much better than the current Disney Wi-Fi, which is available, which, from what I've heard, does not always work that well, especially in the parks. Now, this agreement also includes the introduction of 10 cell sites across Walt Disney World, providing wide-ranging mobile services to guests. So this is a great announcement, really. I'm happy about it. I think it's great that they're kind of really embracing this new mobile technology stuff that they're doing at the parks, especially with the My Magic Plus, which it looks really fantastic. It's great to see that we'll be getting hopefully a bit better Wi-Fi speed at the parks very soon. Okay, so now on to the Walt Disney World news, and as well as those ice cream sundaes, there is also a one-day exclusive limited time magic at Disney Hollywood Studios this week, and that is American Idol Celebrity Motorcade. Now, this is going to include finalists from season 12 of American Idol, who will be appearing in a special motorcade down Hollywood Boulevard this Wednesday, 31st of July. Now, the exact timings for this aren't available yet, but I presume it will happen more than once that day, because I don't think they get these people out just for one kind of go down Hollywood Boulevard. But it's interesting. I think it's interesting that they branded this as limited time magic when it's just for one day. But I don't know. I think it's better than ice cream sundaes, but I don't know. So there we go. American Idol Celebrity Motorcade this Wednesday at Disney Hollywood Studios. Okay, next up, opening next Sunday, there will soon be a new food allergy information kiosk available at Disney Animal Kingdom. Now, this is in order to make dining decisions easier for those with food allergies. Now, it'll be located at a former snack kiosk located just outside Adventures Outpost, the new meet and greet location on Discovery Island, and it'll be called the Garden Kiosk. It'll be open from 9 AM to 3 PM daily, as well as offering advice and stuff. It will also sell like a range of kind of dietary snacks and stuff, like special foods, you know, for people with allergies. And so this is really good. I think it's great, and it's the first of its kind at Walt Disney World, and I think Animal Kingdom is a great place to try it out, and if it does seem successful, I'm sure it will be coming to the other Walt Disney World parks soon. So really, really great stuff there. Anyone with food allergies, go and check out Garden Kiosk at Animal Kingdom. Okay, so next up, this year will be the first time that there'll be no... Okay, so next up, I've got something for you to bear in mind if you're heading to Walt Disney World this summer. And this year, will be the first time there'll be no morning extra magic hours at Walt Disney World's water parks. Now, neither Typhoon Lagoon nor Blizzard Beach will be offering extra magic hours from 8 AM on select dates this year, and will instead only be opening from 9 AM for all guests. So previously, in previous years, they have opened an hour earlier on select dates for resort guests. But this year that's not happening, and it does seem to just be another cutback about extra magic hours. Like last year, they reduced the evening extra magic hours at the parks from 3 hours to 2 hours, and so it looks like it's just another cutback. Bit of a shame, really, because I think that extra hour at the parks for resort guests would be really, really useful. I know that they do get very crowded in the summer, and so. I don't know, but there we go, just looks like, as I say, another cutback. Okay, so next up from Walt Disney World, for the month of August, it will be possible for guests of Disney's Port Orleans Resort to be picked up by Disney Magical Express from downtown Disney. Now, I'm not entirely sure why this is happening, but it seems like it's going to be a test period to see if guests would rather be picked up from their resort or from downtown Disney. And this may become the norm in the future, which I thought was really interesting, because I don't think... Personally, I know Port Orleans is very close to downtown Disney, but I don't think I'd want to take all my luggage from my resort to downtown Disney just to be picked up there instead. But I don't know. It looks just like a new thing Disney's trying out, and so interesting to see why, but I'm not entirely sure why just yet. Okay, and our final piece of Walt Disney World news for this week is that the new Senses Spa at Disney's Saratoga Springs Resort opened this past Thursday after an extensive refurbishment. Now, this is the second Walt Disney World spa to become the newly modelled Senses Spa, following the Grand Floridian last year. Now, if you're heading there soon, then appointments can be booked by calling 407 WDW Spas, and you can book in. It does look really, really great, and I think the Senses Spas are a big improvement on the other ones. Of course, I've not visited, but I think from what I've seen, they do look really, really great, so great stuff there. Okay, moving on to the Disneyland news, one piece of news there, and that is that for this holiday season, World of Colour will be undertaking a makeover to include brand new scenes, all based on kind of a wintry Wonderland kind of thing. Now, it looks like the main focus will be on Disney's 53rd animated classic, Frozen, which will be released this November, but will also include scenes from classic films such as Bambi, and then other movies such as Toy Story. Now, the new show will begin at Disney California Adventure on the 15th of November this year, entitled World of Colour Winter Dreams. And so it looks really, really good, and I think it's great that they're updating this show. It hasn't been updated that much, I believe, over the past few years since it was introduced. So I think this is great to see that they are doing something new for this holiday season. Fantastic stuff there. Okay, and then we have one other piece of news that kind of just goes into other news, but it is that it has been confirmed this week that John Williams will be returning to score Disney's upcoming Star Wars trilogy after having scoring the previous 6 Star Wars movies. He is returning. Fantastic stuff there, and I am really, really pleased to see that they've got him back. I don't think there was any real doubt that he wouldn't come back, because I know how much passion he has for these movies, and how much he is so much a part of the original Star Wars, well, the 6 movies that have already been out. Yes, I haven't still seen them, and people have moaned at me so much that I haven't seen them yet. I will get around to it one day. I will get to see all the Star Wars movies, especially before the episode 7 comes out in 2015. I will definitely have seen them by then, but I don't know, I just don't know why I haven't seen them, and I just haven't got around to it yet, but I will do, I promise, I will get around to it soon. So yes, John Williams returning to score Star Wars Episode 7, 8 and 9. great stuff there. Okay, so that is all the news that I do have for you this week. I really hope you enjoyed the show. This has been Disney News Show episode 89 for Sunday the 28th of July 2013 from me, Joe Worthington, aka CruellasFurCoat. I really want to hear your views on that announcement from Disneyland Paris, and especially what you think to there being less live shows at the resort. Please let me know your thoughts down below in the comments, or you could send me a personal message, or you can contact me on Twitter. I'm at CruellasFurCoat. Also Instagram at CruellasFurCoat on that as well. And just a quick mention that I will not be here next week. I will hopefully still be doing a show, but I will not be here. I'm actually heading off to Barbados tomorrow, so hopefully I'll be able to film a show out there and get that out to you. Episode 90 should be out next week, and so yeah, from where I'm going has definitely got Wi-Fi, so hopefully I'm going to be able to hook up to that and be able to get a show out to you. So bear with me on that one, but I really hope that I will be able to. So thank you very much for watching. I will see you soon. Goodbye.